The Research Project. Chapter 1. The Second Chance is Mine. The underworld smelled like burnt paperwork and regret. My brother was already shoving past me. "Move," he hissed. "I'm not losing to you again." The judge of hell, young, terrifyingly pretty, and chewing on something that might have been a soul, watched us with amusement. Last life, we didn't wait for instructions. He kicked me. He dove into the billionaire family. I landed in the actress. We both died bloody. This time, I stood still. My brother dove first again, straight into the portal leading to the famous actress's womb. The judge blinked. "Oh." I smiled, and stepped toward the other portal. The billionaire's wife. The real battlefield. Chapter 2. Bonus Conditions. "Before you go," the judge said lazily, flipping through a glowing file, "you should probably hear the bonus rules this time." I paused mid-air. My brother did not. He was already gone. She smirked. "You both were given 2 advantages last life." Dropped. "Mind reading," the judge repeated, tapping the glowing file. "And perfect looks." Silence filled the underworld. My brother had already leapt into the actress's womb. He had no idea. Last life, we assumed the billionaire family was insane for no reason, but now it made sense. He must have panicked, used the mind-reading power clumsily, let them hear complaints, fear, disgust, hatred, and in a family full of obsession and instability, that was gasoline on a wildfire. The judge tilted her head. "You," she said, looking at me, "were the only one who didn't scream internally." I smirked faintly. "And the research objective?" She smiled slowly. "I want to see what happens when power is used deliberately." Oh, so this was a lab. We were rats. Good. I like experiments. "Bonus condition 2, she added casually. "You can control who hears your thoughts." That changed everything. Last life, I must have accidentally used it subconsciously to charm my actress mother. This time, I would use it surgically. Precise, targeted, cruel if necessary. The judge's eyes gleamed. "Choose carefully." I bowed lightly, then dove into the billionaire's wife. Chapter 3. Birth of a Monster. Pain, pressure, warmth, sound. Then, "What? Umbilical cord around his neck?" A deep male voice roared through the room. "If anything happens to my wife, I'll bury this hospital." Ah, CEO Dad. Obsessive, violent, devoted, good, very useful. I reached out with my mind. Soft, gentle, strategic. "Dad, don't be scared. I'll protect Mom." Silence. The roar stopped instantly. The entire delivery room went still. My father's heartbeat accelerated. My mother's crying cut off. They heard me. Good. Now let's escalate. I twisted carefully in the amniotic fluid, gripped the cord, looped, unwrapped, slowly. "Mom, don't cry. Baby fixed it." The ultrasound technician gasped. The doctor nearly dropped the equipment. It's clear. The cord is off." My father staggered back. My mother burst into tears. "My baby." I felt the wave of emotion. Overwhelming, obsessive, terrifying, perfect. The CEO barked through tears. "Reward everyone here." Money flooded the room. But more importantly, devotion flooded toward me. I had been born for less than 10 seconds, and already they would burn cities for me. Excellent. Chapter 4. Diagnosis. This family is insane. By the time I was 3 months old, I had confirmed the diagnosis. Father, wife-obsessed tyrant. Mother, angelic doormat with emotional dependency. Sister, 12 years older, possessive, violent, clinically unwell. She stared at me constantly. The first time she held me, I tested something. "Sister smells weird." She froze. Her pupils dilated. The servants panicked. Father stiffened. Mother gasped. The sister's hands trembled, and then she smiled. Slowly. "I'll fix it," she whispered. The next day she had switched perfumes. 3 days later, she banned anyone from touching me. By 1 week, she had cameras installed in my nursery. Not for safety, for monitoring me. Ah, so this is the Yandere model. Last life she must have heard my brother's resentment, his fear, his disgust. She probably interpreted it as betrayal, and punished him, cruelly, repeatedly, until he broke. This time, I would feed her carefully, never too much, never too little. Sister's hands are warm. I like her. Her breathing hitched, her face flushed. Father stared at her sharply. Mother looked relieved. The balance shifted. I wasn't just a baby. I was a psychological nuclear weapon. Chapter 5. Meanwhile, the actress's son. Across the city, my brother was crying, and not strategically. The actress' mother was ambitious, calculating, but she was not soft. He was her investment, not her treasure. He tried something early. "Mom, I don't want to work." She froze. The manager in the room heard it too. He had no control. He hadn't figured out targeting yet. Panic in his mind leaked outward like a broken faucet. The actress narrowed her eyes. "Excuse me?" He cried harder. Wrong move. By age 4, he was already in auditions. By age 6, commercials. By age 8, variety shows. He was exhausted, hated it. And every time he hated it, she heard. Every time he complained internally, she heard. And slowly, her affection turned cold. The media loved him, but inside that house, he was livestock. Chapter 6. The first real test. I was 5 when Father brought me into the boardroom. "This is my heir," he declared. The executives smiled nervously. I scanned their thoughts lightly. Greed, fear, calculation. One man stood out. Vice Chairman Liu. Smiling, but thinking, the kid will be easy to manipulate. I tilted my head, then targeted him alone. Maybe retirement is better. His smile cracked. His face drained of color. He excused himself abruptly. 2 weeks later, financial misconduct scandal. He was gone. Father stared at me thoughtfully that night. "Interesting coincidence," he murmured. I smiled. Dad is the strongest. His obsession deepened. Hook, set. Tightened. Chapter 7. Chaos as a hobby. I learned restraint. A whisper here, a gentle praise there. Occasional vulnerability for Mother. Mom makes the best soup. She cried for 3 hours. Sister became increasingly unstable. Not because I rejected her, but because I rewarded her unpredictably. Sometimes, sister is my favorite. Other times, silence. Her mind spiraled when I withheld it. She became hyper-fixated, territorial, violent toward anyone she thought might steal me. Father tolerated it, because I calmed her. I had become the emotional regulator of the entire household. At 10 years old. Last life my brother was crushed. This time, they revolved around me. Chapter 8. The Awards Night. 17. Global recognition. Business prodigy. Media darling. Perfect heir. Across the hall, brother. Also famous, also successful, but hollow. His mother controlled his contracts. He had dark circles hidden under makeup. We locked eyes backstage. His expression twisted. He knew. He remembered. So did I. He reached into his jacket. Weapon. Just like last life. Only this time. I was prepared. I projected only to him. "If you do this, you lose again." His hand trembled. I leaned closer. "You picked wrong twice." The security cameras were already focused. Because sister insisted. Because father monitored everything. Because I allowed it. He pulled the weapon halfway. Security tackled him instantly. Screams erupted. Chaos. Satirical. Tragic. Predictable. He was arrested. Media storm exploded. His mother disowned him publicly. Unseen. Chapter 9. The Final Meeting. That night, in a dream, the Underworld returned. The judge sat cross-legged. "Congratulations," she said. My brother stood beside her. Not paralyzed, not broken, just defeated. "You learned control," she said. "He relied on emotion." I shrugged. He rushed. She laughed. "And your wish?" Power hummed through my veins. "I want memory retention. Permanently." She smiled. "Granted." My brother glared. I looked at him calmly. "This was never about wealth," I said. "It was about intelligence." He had no answer. The underworld faded. Chapter 10. The Emperor of His Own Fate. Years later, father retired early. Mother became philanthropist queen. Sister? Still unhinged, but loyal only to me. The company expanded globally. I controlled markets, narratives, people, and most importantly, myself. The judge's research was complete. Perfect looks? Useful. Mind reading? Dangerous. But discipline? That was true power. I stood at the top floor of our skyscraper. City lights beneath me. Calm. Controlled. Unchallenged. Last life, we died in chaos. This life, I orchestrated it. And I won.